Hey yo, what up y'all? Tight Shirt here, Warfield, back in the building, and today I would say that the shirt is moderately tight. I hope you're having a good day so far. If this is your first time here, yo, a fat welcome to you. And if you're part of the fam, you're part of the squad, and you came back, hey, welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Come here, give me a hug, give me some dap or something like that. It's good to see you again. So what are we talking about today, yo? I know I review a ton of lenses and all of that stuff on this channel. I'm talking about a ton. I go through lenses like no tomorrow. However, I'm sure some of y'all probably wonder, and if you don't, just lie about it, what lenses is Terry Warfield actually using? So that's what this video is going to be about today, talking about the lenses that I own, that I use personally, and why. So before we get started, affiliate links for all of these lenses will be in the description. Now let's go ahead and get on to the meat and potatoes of this video. Now I'm going to talk about these lenses in order of price, okay? Because it's a pretty drastic difference. So the first lens that we're going to discuss is the 50mm Sony FE f1.8. Yo, this lens gets so much hate. Y'all hate this lens so much in the Facebook groups and the forums. Oh, don't buy that lens is junk. Listen, this lens is cheap. It's 250 bucks brand new or something like that. You can find it on the used market for 100 bucks. I got this for 100 bucks. This is the only lens I'm gonna authorize you to not buy through my affiliate links. Go ahead and find you one of these used, because for the price, the quality is actually amazing. Yeah, it's loud, it's slow, the autofocus is lightweight, terrible. However, the image quality out of this thing is A1. I have the 50mm f1.2 gangster mode over there, which I don't want to send Sony back. But at f1.8, I've taken pictures side by side and also posted them online, and only the snobs knew. The other people couldn't tell the difference. Now, obviously there's more differences. There's reasons why the gangster mode costs so much more money than this one. But on a budget, if you are just getting into full frame, you don't have a lot of money to spend, yo, grab you one of these. You will not be disappointed. This is my throwaway lens when I want to go to the gym and I don't want to stuff an expensive lens in my bag. I grab the nifty 50 because I don't care if this thing gets broke. And in the meantime, while I'm using it, I get sharp pictures every single time. The next lens on the list is the Viltrox 85mm f1.8. Now, 85mm is actually my favorite focal length. I don't own the Sony. I've used it. I've used the first generation Viltrox. This is the second generation Viltrox. 400 bucks, 85mm f1.8. Although I don't use this focal length the most, it is my favorite. So with that being said, the Sony is like $580. You can get the Viltrox 85mm for about 400 bucks. If you want to save some money, this lens is absolutely amazing. Sure, it doesn't have the buttons, the frills like the Sony does, but it's very well built. Solid optics, like the autofocus and optics are almost just as good as the Sony 85mm for close to 200 bucks cheaper. Now, if you can get the Sony, if you can afford it, get the Sony. But if you can't, not a bad option. Viltrox 85mm f1.8. I do love this lens, which is crazy because I never thought I would be saying that I love a Viltrox lens. But yo, this lens right here, straight butter. Hey, I'm only doing this because I forgot to say this during the video. So this is like after the video, but it's in the video while you watching it. Yo, if you like this video so far, do me a favor and smash the like button. If you dislike it, hit the dislike button twice. And if you have not joined the family, now would be a great time to do it. Do it freaking right now, yo, like my man Denzel. So you're gonna do it right now. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that you get notified when new videos go up, okay? Now, back to the video. All right, moving on to the next lens. I actually just picked this lens up and again, just made a video on it, which is down there in the description. Before we actually talk about this, let me know right now, what is your favorite lens in your bag? Like, what lens do you use the most? And also rep your camera down below. What's your camera? Let me know in the comments. But Tamron 17 to 28 f2.8. Woo, this lens is butter, yo. I'm talking about straight butter. If you got a full frame, this is the lens for you, especially for vlogging. I talk about that in a video I just posted. But why did I buy this lens? Because it's very difficult to find a full frame wide angle zoom with f2.8 this size with this level of sharpness. Weather sealing, It is so small and lightweight. You can smack this thing on any camera, any gimbal, and on top of that, it's internal focus and internal zoom. So that means when you are zooming in and out, the barrel is not moving, which is super ideal for gimbal work. So this is actually my main lens for vlogging, okay? The reason why is because Sony's new cameras all have that snazzy new active stabilization mode, but it costs you a 10% crop. So at 17 millimeters, even with the 10% crop, that's only getting you to right around 20 millimeters. My math is probably off somewhere in there, but you still get a wide angle, you still get f2.8, and you get active stabilization. So that means your vlogs will be buttery smooth, which is why I picked up the Tamron 17 to 28. Now, to be honest, I don't use this lens for pretty much anything else. It is specifically for my vlogs, and that is it, because I cannot keep carrying around this next lens I'm about to talk about because it is too big, too heavy, and I think I hurt my shoulder. I'm lying, but it takes a toll holding it, trying to vlog with it. And that is my workhorse, my baby, my most used lens, probably my favorite lens out of all of these lenses I have, which I've made a ton of videos on this. Also, I actually traded the 24mm f1.4 gangster mode for this lens straight up. And some of y'all call me crazy, but hey, just click that after this video. We'll talk about that. 24 to 70 f2.8 gangster mode. This is the lens I use the most. Yes, it is big, it's old designs, as some of y'all say, old technology. You know what, let's keep the family over here. Old technology, as some of y'all might say, could use a refresh, as some of y'all might say, but 24 to 70 is such a useful focal length, especially as a solo content creator. This lens covers the wide angles, so if you did want to get some extra heavy lifting in, you could vlog with it, but 24 millimeters is such a versatile focal length, and if you really want to get that buttery smooth B-roll, 70 millimeters is where it's at f2.8. Now, some of you might argue, Terry, you should get the Sigma 24 to 70 because it's $1,000 cheaper. And I'm gonna tell y'all to shut up, because if there's a lens in Sony's lineup that I want, I would much prefer to go native if possible. I wasn't able to do that with like the Tamron. The Viltrox was sent to me, but this 24 to 70, I want Sony's native lens. The autofocus is actually really fast. The image quality is what I love the most. Now, the thing about the gangster mode 24 to 70 is it's not like super clinically sharp. It's actually not like the sharpest lens ever. However, I really love that about this lens. Woo, I'm getting hot. It has character. It has like that cinematic, saucy look that I really love. The images coming out of this lens are just so freaking dreamy in pictures and also in video. It is hard to not use it because it's so good across the focal range. Sure, it's big, it's heavy. You know what? I don't really care. This lens gets used the most out of all of the lenses that I used. I strongly encourage you, if you're a solo content creator or if you are just sick of changing lenses all the time, this is the lens you need for your Sony. And I'm gonna move all of these out the way because we have to bring in the big dog, the most expensive lens out of all of these lenses we talked about. My second to newest pickup, because I just got this lens too, and that is the 70 to 200 gangster mode. Yes, the 70 to 200, the ultra highly regarded 70 to 200 f2.8 gangster mode. One of the favorites of most people with Sony cameras because this lens, simply put, is just damn good. It's expensive, it's really expensive, but let's talk about why I bought the 70 to 200 f2.8 over the 70 to 200 f4 or over the Tamron 70 to 180. Now, I did make a video about a year ago about the Tamron 70 to 180 versus the 70 to 200 G Master. And the long and short of it was, I think if you are a hobbyist, okay, you're not shooting like fast moving subjects, you're not shooting sports or anything like that, that lens, the 70 to 180, is a bomb lens at half the cost of one of these expensive ass bad boys right here. However, the reason why I decided to pick this up over the Tamron 70 to 180 is because my kids are in sports and their teams usually want me to take pictures. They pay me. So for me, it was like, I want the fastest, best that Sony has to offer, and this is it. When it comes to keeping up with kids, running across the field or a basketball court or cheerleader or anything like that, I want to be able to reach as far as I can. I want to be able to depend on my autofocus. I want stabilization. at that focal length. And with the 70-200, it has actually dual mode stabilization, plus a focus limiter, plus several buttons on the outside that you can customize, plus weather sealing. It's just, it's sharp as a freaking tack. There's literally like nothing bad you can say about the 70-200 gangster mode. And I'm getting tongue tied because that's how freaking good this lens is. Some of y'all have said that the 70-200 f2.8 has a back focusing issue. I have not come across that whatsoever. This lens has been rock solid, especially in APS-C mode. I'm getting extra reach out of it instead of getting like a 70-300 at 4.5 or all that stuff. But I picked this because I wanted f2.8. I wanted solid stabilization. I wanted the best Sony had to offer when it came to like reaching out to those mid telephoto lens. This is perfect for that. So although it cost the absolute bag, I got this because when I'm delivering images to teams and stuff like that, I want to be able to give them the sharpest images possible. And this lens is one of those that you just don't freaking sell. This lens will grow with you throughout whatever Sony camera you have. And also the 24-70 gangster mode is another lens that you want to just keep in your camera bag if you can. So 70-200 is the last lens that I personally own. This is the second to last lens that I picked up, and all of these lenses together are my little family of lenses that I use on a day-to-day basis. So I've given you my why, I've given you what they are, I've even linked the freaking videos for you down below. I gave you affiliate links, I gave you a free epidemic trial. Like, what more do you want from me at this point? So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Like I said earlier in this video, I would love to know what lenses y'all are using, what cameras, all that stuff. Yo, go crazy in the comments. Y'all can get wild down there. I don't care. I'm gonna be down there kicking it with y'all as usual. So me and my little lens family right here, we are gonna get out of here, but it's about to be a wild night and we gotta go. So until next time, peace and chicken grease. I am out. Terry Warfield. Peace.